All right, I believe we are live. Just give me a quick second, guys. I'm gonna send this text. All right. So, there we go. All right, we are good. Let me go ahead and send this link out over on Twitter really quick. So, we're reacting to Kingdom Chapter 551. Manga live reaction starts now. Come by. Bam. All right. Let's see. So yeah, Kingdom Chapter 551 manga live reaction starts now. Come by, and let's tweet that out. Bam. All right. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So yeah, you guys know the drill. If you guys follow me over on Twitter, just go ahead and retweet that tweet. So that way we can possibly get more people in the stream. That would be greatness. You know what I'm saying? That way we can get more people in here and make an overall discussion for the Kingdom Greatness. All right. I need to pull up the chapter as well. I'm slacking today, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so chapter 551, Messenger's Report. That is the title of this chapter. All right, so who do we have with us today? We got Sama. Yo, both Kingdom and Tokyo Ghoul were fired today. Well, actually, Tokyo Ghoul came out yesterday. I'm gonna, after the Kingdom stream, I'm actually going to get started on the Tokyo Ghoul chapter. So nobody has to worry about the Tokyo Ghoul chapter because I will be starting that one soon, directly after Kingdom. So for anybody wondering about that, there you go. And we got the King of L's. Hello, I get the notifications, but my feed is not showing any of them. That's weird. That's very weird. You're getting notifications, but your feed is, I don't know. YouTube's being weird again, I guess. You know? Andrew, what's going on? How you doing? Hopefully you were having a wonderful one. And we got Don with the Tom. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, my boy? Don't just come to say, hey. Don't know if you read Kingdom. All right. Don't know if you read King of L's. I don't just come to say. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we are gonna start Kingdom Chapter 551. It's been a while. You know, it feels like it's been like a long while until, you know, the last Kingdom chapter, but you know, I'm glad that we got Kingdom nonetheless. We didn't have any breaks, but it still feels like it's been a while. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna start this chapter on page 3. So in the last chapter 550, we basically got Riboku's, you know, plan of action. Basically, he's you know, he decided. He basically told everyone that we have the advantage when it comes down to the food storages in Chin. Even though that we have like a loss right now, or it might seem like a loss, we still have the upper advantage because we can last 20 days in our food storages, while Chin has about 10 days remaining. And basically, the whole chapter was just Zhao underestimating Chin in general. And honestly, it could bite them in the ass if they underestimate, even when it comes down to these, you know, last remaining 10 days of food for Chin. While Zhao has the upper advantage, Chin can still come back. Chin can still come back, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'm just like, because I mean the Hishin unit, especially with Shin and Kyokai, like Shin can still come back through all of this, but they got at least 10 days worth to fight back. So we'll see what happens. All right, so Messenger's Report. We got a lot of focus on the court this chapter and the Heki stuff. His face was showing despair last time we saw him. Heki's face is always in despair. Far, far away to the southwest of those battle-ravaged grounds at the royal capital of the state of Chin, the city of Ganyo. Good, we get to see my boy Issei finally. Finally. I actually was talking about this a few chapters ago, like, I want to see what's going on in the capital. I want to see what's going on with Issei. I want to see, you know, what's the update on his situation. Everyone's sleeping. They're sleeping in the capital, just waiting for the message on how the battle's going. Bang! He's here, sire. Your Majesty, the second messenger has finally arrived at long last. He certainly took his time. How many days has it been since the first messenger? Why hasn't General Osen been sending us regular updates? Dang. Oh, this one's been hurt. Apologies, my lord. Hey, you okay? Zhao has sealed off Retsubi, the entrance to Inner Zhao. Instead, we had to sneak our way through the mountains, which were packed with patrols. Many of my fellow messengers were captured by them, and I fear that none of them still draw breath. Dang, he managed to get away. Wow. Enough with the excuses. Hurry up and give your report before you collapse on the spot. All right. First, if I may ask, what news did the last messenger bring you? That was a good number of days ago. The last we heard, the combined army had split into 3 parts and had surrounded Yo with the intention to starve it out. After that, we haven't heard of a single beep. Let me really quick turn on this light really quick. How does that look? How does it look? I probably look white as fuck right now, but... All right, there we go. I mean, at least the saturation seems to help a little bit with the lighting. All right, so anyway, I see. Then, as you know, we split into 3 armies with Gankis charged with Yo, while the Yotanwa and Heki combined army engaged Ryo-Yo in battle. Lastly, the Osen army made for the Shukai Plains to face the Riboku army. General Osen is up against Riboku? Oh, man. Wait a minute. General Osen. Okay, so stop fussing. Shohei-kun predicted that much at least. Is that so? Okay, so General Osen is up against Riboku, dear gods. Stop fussing. Shohei-kun predicted that much at least. Oh, okay. I thought that was a different name for him now. So Shohei-kun, there you go. I haven't heard from Shohei-kun in a while, man. Just finished, and in this chapter was good. What's going on, Anthony? What's going on? Hopefully you were having a wonderful day. And so far, I'm liking the chapter, getting more so the political side of things. So I mean, you know, that's always good to have in Kingdom. Did you come from the Osen army then? Yes, sir. I was attached to General Osen's center army, but up until the 3rd day after the battle at the Shukai Plains began. So I'm afraid I only know the situation up until that point. Only up to the 3rd day? No, any information is better than nothing at this point. So how fares the battle? About that. The Zhao may outnumber us, but the situation is still roughly even. Thanks to the tremendous efforts of the left and the right wings, both the Zhao and our center armies remain uncommitted. So far, it could be said that we've been proving to be an equal match against the Riboku army. Hell yeah, you have. Going toe-to-toe against that Riboku and evenly match despite lower numbers? Of special note are the Gakuga unit, who saved the left wing from that would have been a fatal loss on the 1st day, as well as the Gyokuho unit on the right, and the Hishin unit, who clashed with a formidable army of 10,000 on the 3rd day. The bravery and courage they showed in their fighting was an outstanding contribution to the battle. Shin, yo, you know my boy Issei. He's like, God, thank you, Shin. Thank you. Yeah. Well, is this fate? It would seem that the 3 young men summoned by my lord are all making waves out there on the battlefront. Aye. Hell yeah, let's go. Yo, poor messenger, he's one hell of a survivor. Yo, hey, Soloris, what's going on? I haven't seen you in here in a while. What's going on? Hopefully you were having an awesome one. All right, so we're on page 9, by the way, guys. Page 9. Shobun-kun, I understand that this is a very complicated scenario, but in the fact that we're an even match for the Riboku army, that there were even a match for the Riboku army, really something to be celebrating right now. That is something that we cannot answer here in Kanyo. After all, we don't have any information on how long Gyo's food stores can hold out for. If Gyo runs out of food before the Osen army, then it's definitely good news. But if our men are the ones to begin starving first, then it will be as if a noose were thrown around their necks, slowly being tightened by Riboku with each passing day. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. Hang on, you're telling me that despite having no idea whose food will run out first, Osen of all people still chose to make such a huge gamble? That's Osen for you. He likes to gamble. That's Osen. That's just his way of strategy, man. Indeed, that fight there is the issue. Back when we first received word of them laying siege to Gyo, that one aspect of stood out to be more than anything else. If Osen really is Osen really a man who would take a gamble with such high stakes? Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, he would. Yo. At any rate, there's no point agonizing over something we don't know. That we need to figure out now is how many more days worth of food our men still have. Well, messenger, have you the answer? Due to all the twists and turns the armies took after crossing Retsubi, even we have lost track of your food stores. I do, sir. However, considering the high risk of the messengers being captured by the enemy, we were not privy to the exact numbers. That being said, a rough estimate was made and shared with me right before the army split into 3 parts. The supplies were divided in a way to sustain all 3 armies for an equal number of days. I believe it was meant to last them 13 days after battle first began. Okay. All right, so that's a little bit of information right there. So, well, messenger, have you the answer? Due to all the twists and turns, took about even we have lost track of our food stores. However, considering the high risk of us messengers being captured by the enemy, we were not privy to the exact numbers. That being said, a rough estimate was made and shared with me right before the army split into 3 parts. The supplies were divided in a way to sustain all 3 armies for an equal number of days. I believe it was meant to last them 13 days after battle first began. 13 days, put in another way, as I was still with the soldiers up until the 3rd day of fighting. At the time of my departure, they should have enough food left to last them another 10 days. 10. Hold on a minute. You said that they had 10 days worth when you left them, correct? Then how many days did it take you to reach us here in Kanyo since then? 5 days. Oh, shit. Dang, you just dropped the number in half. Oh, man. Yo, hold on a minute. You said that they had 10 days worth when you left them, correct? Then how many days did it take you to reach us here in Kanyo since then? 5 days. 5. He says 5 days. Yo, guys. Dude, that is crazy. Anthony, heck, he fucked up. Yo, oh man, that is not good. That means that means that like Chin only has 5. Chin only has 5 more days that they can last with food. I want to know what happened within those 5 days. Regardless though, what was going on at the time of the messenger making his way across Kanyo. But 5 days? That ain't good, dude. Chin is gonna be fighting on its last limbs, dude. That's not good. That is not good. Because that means that what Riboku said that they had 20 days in total that they were able to last against Chin. So if it's been 5 days, they still got 15 days more of food supplies with them necessarily. Chin is running out fast, dude. That is not good. And even if Issei were in fact to like, if they were to like send more food their way, if that was the possibility, the food would take days to even arrive in general. It could take just as long as the messenger to, for him to reach Kanya. So even food to get to the Shukai Plains and all the other 3 armies, it could possibly take longer than, dude, that would, oh my god. Their rations would, it would be all for naught to begin with. As a Heki fan, this really wasn't his chapter. Heki, oh my god. Osen obviously had something planned. Possibility. All right, let me get to the next page. Page 12. What? Then doesn't that mean the Osen army only has 5 days of food left right now? Yes, sir. Yo. Dude. Wow. Oh, Heki messed up. Heki messed up big time. A single man just a single man could have cost this whole war. Wow. Page 13. 5 days. In just 5 more days, they'll starve, which means in the next 5 days, they'll have to somehow defeat Rinboku. Shohei-kun, do not let your fear overcome you now. We committed to this knowing that this could very well be the most difficult battle we will ever face, which is exactly why we picked out the best of the best and sent them out only after preparing and equipping them to the utmost of our ability. All we can do now is believe in the men on the field. I mean, you say what he's saying right here. He's saying, men, don't falter. Don't falter. We must believe the men on the field. Despite the disadvantage that we are in right now, we must believe in the men on the field to overcome this. My boy Issei, I like the morale booster, but yo, honestly, your country not looking good right now. Or your dynasty, I should say. Your Jin dynasty. Not looking good. Sire, your majesty. You have done us a great service in bringing us this news. Have your wounds seen to and rest. Thank you, sire. But there is still one last thing I must tell you. I met a dying messenger from the Heki army while traveling here. A dying message from the Heki army? A messenger from the Heki. And the information he bade me to pass on was that it has been burnt down. That it has all been burnt down. The Heki's army food stores were burnt to cinders by the enemy, and Heki and Yotanua's armies would run out of food days earlier than the rest. What did that is true. That is true. So that really makes you wonder how is Heki and Yotanua holding up? If Osen's main group, like, with Ohan, the Gyokuho unit, the Hishin unit, along with Moten, Ohan, and Shin. With those 3 armies, they only have 5 days remaining when it comes down to the food. So you're telling me that, honestly, because of Heki's I don't even know what to say. How is Yotanua and Heki holding up? Now this makes me worried. Oh, here it is. Page 16. Ryo, the 8th day since battle was first met. We know you sorry bastards had all your food burnt to ashes. What's the matter? Didn't eat breakfast? So weak. Just die already. Yo, I see these heads coming off. Oh my gosh. Yo, there is Heki. General, the second have been routed. We've lost sight of the third too. The fourth are requesting you to give the order to fall back. Henkai-sama has been slain. Yo, it's already starting, dude. Oh my god. They're already starving. This is all we can spare for you today. Food, the food's here. They don't have much left. It's a lot less than yesterday. We've no choice but to start cutting it down right now. Forgive us, General. Not at all. We are grateful just to have something to fill our stomachs. Even if we were to receive only half of your own share, we would have nothing but the utmost gratitude. Half? Brother, did this man think he was receiving half of our own portion? Oh, shit. Huh? Damn, half of our share, my goddamn ass. We're the ones stuck eating only half of whatever we can spare you each day. Everyone's been forced to forage for food in the mountains after fighting each day, and they're still starving. Stop that, Kitari. Yo, I'm sorry, Heki, but you deserve this. Oh, man. That was your job, my good sir. That was your job to look after that food. And you done fucked it up. Heki-sama, what are you doing, girl? Oh, you useless plainlanders want to fight. That's enough, Kitari. If we kept on eating like normal, we'd have run out of food ages ago. I hope you understand that your little fuck-up has... Brother, yeah. What's that shouting? There's fighting somewhere. Enemy attack. No, it's just infighting amongst the tribes. Huh? It started around yesterday night. Some are fighting to steal each other's tribes' horses to butcher for... Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, if they don't have food, they're going to have to use their horses. But now you even have the men in Yotanwa's camp fighting over, you know, like each other necessarily. That is definitely not good. That is, oh no. Uh-oh. They're losing it. Everyone treasures their own mounts, obviously. Take a good hard look, you idiots, for the plains. Look, people are actually being stabbed and stuff and tossed around. As the hunger sets in more and more, we won't even be in any shape to put up a fight against our enemies. The mountain tribes don't really get along to begin with. Ah, here comes the mediator. What now, Lord of Death? At this rate, the entire army will collapse in 3 days. Something must be done and fast. So basically, I know that. So basically, they only have... I'm assuming that they only mean by 3 days they have left of food. So, dang. And after all, it's not like our food stores will last another 3 days anyway. What? Wait. What? And after all, it's not like our food stores will last another 3 days anyway. Yo, she's saying even sooner than that. Baijo, summon all of the all the tribe chieftains. I'll be sharing our upcoming battle plan, one that will decide whether we win or lose, live or die. All right. All right, and then that basically ends the chapter. Wow. All right, so that was one heck of a chapter, guys. That was one heck of a chapter. Heck, you gotta face reality here. Shit's Hecky. Ah, dude. That's crazy. You're right. Heki will sacrifice his own corpse and horse as food for his own army. Oh, man. Yo, Heki messed up. Well, for the Yotanwa army, horse meat shouldn't be too much at all. Hello from India, Lucifer. Yo, what's going on from India? Nice. What is going on? Hopefully you are having a wonderful day over in India. Yo. So this chapter of Kingdom, I gotta say, this was a pretty good chapter. This was a pretty good chapter of Kingdom. I mean, it gave us a little bit of the political side of things, you know, how everything is going on with Issei, you know, because I was wondering, like, when they're going to be updated on the situation, and if even, you know, Issei was, you know, going to consider bringing food to the Shukai Plains. But even if they were to do that, it took the messenger 5 days to reach Kanyo. By the time the food actually gets there, the battle might have already been lost at that point, you know. So honestly, Issei is just like, we gotta just see how it all plans out and believe in, you know, our army, you know. So I like how we got that bit of you know, the political aspect of things right there, what's going on in Kanyo. And then we also got half of the chapter focused on basically Heki's consequences. Honestly, he's seeing it firsthand, and my boy was like, look, this is the thing that is like just so ridiculous to me, is that Heki says this: not at all. We are all grateful just to have something to fill our stomachs. Even if we were to receive only half of your share, we would have nothing but the utmost gratitude. You got Kitari saying, brother, did this man think he was receiving half of our own portions? Like, Heki, my boy. Like, dude, this is your fault right here. I don't think that is something you should be saying to your other comrades right now. Like, this is your fault. Even Kitari said, this is all your damn fault. You're like, geez, man. I'm sorry, Heki, but this definitely wasn't your chapter. He's getting beat up. He's saying the wrong things. He's already taking the blame. And he's already causing the mountain people to actually, you know, start going ballistic now. They're turning against each other. That is until Yotanawa appears to the scene and says, you know, calms everyone. But regardless, like, the Yotanawa group only has like a few days remaining, I guess, to fight. So I'm assuming that in the next coming chapters, we're actually going to see more of Yotanawa's side of things, because they don't have much time to begin with when it comes down to their overall battlefield, their battle in general, excuse me. So we're probably going to see Yotanawa in the next couple of chapters, and possibly Heki's side of things as well, how they're going to handle going up against the other mountain tribe. I forget what they're called, or the dogs, whatever they're called. Hold on, what was it? I forget their name. You guys know what I'm talking about in the comments, though. The in Ryo, the on the 8th day. So since battle was first met, yeah. So yeah, the black dogs or whatever, you know, those things. So man, Heki's just man. I can't say that I feel bad for him, because honestly, he had a job and he should have been responsible with it. He literally could have cost the whole war. So it's jeez. How is that Gintama chapter, and when is the Tokyo Ghoul stream? The Tokyo Ghoul stream is going to come out soon. I'm going to set it up directly after this stream. As far as the Gintama chapter, I believe you're talking about the one where it's before the Afro arc, I believe, and it shows how Katsura was able to, you know, get his ID and whatnot as far as to infiltrate the Shinsengumi. Yeah, I read that. It was a pretty nice chapter. It was pretty much comedic based, but I mean, like, it was still an interesting chapter. I mean, it really didn't seem to focus on Katsura too much until like the halfway point, I felt, because I remember the beginning was like Gintoki and Madao, you know, and they're looking at their identities or their photos from the photo booth and whatnot. So, but it was a good chapter. It was a good chapter. The Qualrong, yeah, the Qualrong people. Excuse me. My pet theory. 10 would be great as a helper here, since she's not much use against Yo-un, but may be better in strategy against Sun Suju, I believe. Oh, Shun Shuju. Okay, so my pet theory 10 would be great as a helper here, since she's not much of a use against Gyu, but maybe against Sun Shuju. That could be interesting. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, Solaris. The mountain tribes might respect her more, and she's a fellow mountain tribes person, unlike plains folk. Hecky. That is true. That would actually be quite interesting. I would like to see how that would play out, Solaris. I would like to see how that plays out. Gio, some generals' heads are soon going to start befalling. Yeah, soon enough. Soon enough. It's getting to that point. Anthony, I had some faith in him in the beginning of this arc, but it's just going away at this point. Yeah, I mean, heck, he had a really big responsibility, you know, and he didn't keep it up. Like, honestly, I can't feel bad for him, because that's a huge blow to Chin. His irresponsibility just, like, I mean, Zhao thanked ahead of the game, but still, you know, that is your responsibility. You should have seen that coming. You know, you should have planned ahead. First off, they should have had someone else in charge. Because heck, he literally probably cost this whole war. So, spoiler alarm, Chin is going to win. Oh, well, honestly, that's a given. That's a given. Chin is definitely going to win. I'm expecting Zhao to win this time around. Nope. Honestly, history is not agreeing with you. Well, we don't need to get into the spoiler territory, but yeah, I mean, Chin is bound to win. That's kind of to be expected, you know. Yotama going to show why she's called Lord of Death. Yo, I want to see that. So, Laura, Shin and Ten were right. Heki is just a pampered rich boy who got his rank because of his rich family. Dang, man. That is rough. That is rough. All right, guys, but I think that's pretty much it for the stream. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about Heki. Man, I need to shave. This beard is just rough. Oh, I'll shave this in a couple days. But anyway. But yeah, I think I'm going to end off the stream here. It's about time I end off this Kingdom stream. We've been streaming for about 30 minutes anyway. So definitely a good chapter of Kingdom. We got more perspective on the Yotanwa and Heki side of things. This chapter was definitely not Heki's chapter. He's receiving all the consequences that he was bound to, you know, make from his irresponsibility. So, I mean, you know, honestly, I can't feel bad for the guy. I really can't. But just on how ignorant this man talks about food. He's like, even if you were to receive only half of your own share, we would have nothing but the utmost gratitude. And Katari says, brother, did this man think he was receiving half of our own portion? Yo, I'm sorry, Heki, but yo, that is just something you do not say. You do not just keep your mouth shut, my boy. He is receiving love. Yeah, probably the other form of love. Oh, man. And then we also got more of the political side of things, what's going on with Issei and whatnot. Now they're being updated as, you know, how things are going on with, you know, Chin. Still, they don't really know all of the details from the war, but they do know a good amount. So now, at least, you know, because like they said, this information is better than, you know, the information we were looking for. So yeah, but yeah, definitely a good chapter of Kingdom. But man, Heki, I don't know how you're gonna redeem yourself, man. I don't know how. I don't know how. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna end off this chapter. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What you guys thought about this chapter. Be sure to give this video a like if you haven't already. It always helps out the channel, and consider subscribing if you are new here and want to see more Kingdom content from me in the future, as well as any other anime and manga content that I will come out with in the future. And I'm going to get started with the next stream. I'm going to set it up, and we're going to get started on the Tokyo Ghoul chapter that I missed yesterday. So be prepared for that. So, with that stated, everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.